What up YouTube, your boy the Flying Spanner here. Today we have a UK airport update for you, and it is relatively quiet out on this update. So it's around, what's the time? We are about, well, 5 o'clock on a Tuesday. Very quiet operations kind of around this time, as I just said. We've still got a few aircraft over in storage. We've got the 2Es that are parked up, the Jet 2s and the EasyJets, so they haven't really moved since last week, and there's no real update on when they will move. I know the Jet 2s is at least to the end, at least April time. They won't be fully flying again. So with that said, we have got a few movements. Let's just do an overview of the board. There's not really going to be a very quick update this week, purely because, as I said, there's not really too much going on. Got a few narrow bodies now coming in. Soon there will be quite a few wide bodies come in. We're kind of in between the second afternoon period. I just stacked it nearly over my little door on my desk. So onto the bright side, it's been a very lovely day here in Manchester. I'm recording this on the Tuesday before. It's very nice and sunny, and makes a change, and it's not freezing cold, so results all round. So starting the update, we have all our stored aircraft or parked up aircraft. We have just arriving in from Zurich. We've got the Swiss A220. This is the Dash 300 by Herpa, and Swiss really haven't changed too many of their flights. The Geneva's been cancelled, but there's still the Zurich flight, which I think is 2 times a day or 2-3 times a day. Then we have a parked up Virgin 350, some engineers just doing some work on the APU back there, and the caterers are on, which will be loading up, well, decatering, and they'll be catering for the flight ahead. So the aircraft arrived in from Los Angeles and will be heading back out to, I think, Lagos or Johannesburg tonight. Opposite that, we have the Kenyan 787. This aircraft's probably about 10 minutes to go. The baggage is just finishing off there. This aircraft will be heading down to Nairobi. And we've got our parked up 2Es, which is said, we're not too sure when they're going to be back flying, hopefully sooner rather than later. Just taxiing in though, second arrival, we got the Scandinavian A320neo in the new scheme, which is absolutely gorgeous as always. This aircraft's arriving in from Oslo, due to Scandinavian have taken over the Norwegian routes. So unfortunately, at the time being anyway, we definitely won't be seeing any Norwegian aircraft in the updates anytime soon. So the first time I think on an update, we have the China Southern 787. This aircraft's got about an hour and a half to go. It's on about a 3-hour turn, or maybe a 4-hour turnaround. So what I've noticed at Heathrow anyway, when they don't do a passenger flight, they're not connecting the jetway up. So this aircraft isn't connected on the jetty, because I believe the crews fly back with the plane. They kind of double crew it. So there's 2 lots of crew on board. One set will fly the outbound, and another they'll swap for the inbound. So they just set up a set of steps at the back here. This aircraft's carrying cargo only, and is heading down to, this is going to be fun, Guangzhou, however you say that, whatever there we go, Guangzhou. Could do with some Chinese pronunciation lessons, but they probably won't go very far because I'm always going to get it wrong. Anyway, so it's a very nice scheme. We do like the China Southern. It's probably one of my favourites on the 7.8. I just really like the blue in the livery. It's a bit funky. So just arrived in from Riga. Sorry, just arrived in from Tallinn. We have the Air Baltic A220-300. This aircraft's the Herpa version. I know Gemini have made a couple of the special Air Baltics. I did have the, I think it was the, I can't remember which one I had. I had the Latvian one, which was the red and white livery. It was really cool, nice livery, but I just thought I'd prefer the. Again, I managed to get this shipped over from Germany a good few months ago. It was on eBay. Can't even buy it now. I think it only actually cost 35 quid or 30 quid, so it wasn't actually too much more than what they retail for. But it's the standard livery, and I thought it just looks a bit nice compared to, rather than having a special livery in all the time. Adds up to the realism. I always like to use that word on this kind of, on a model airport. It's not really realistic, is it? Because it's bloody models. Next up, we have the Aer Lingus A321neo. Aer Lingus were in the last update, so there's nothing really too new. And if you could have a guess what route this is operating, you get 1 star, which you don't get anything physically for. You just get given the pleasure, you know, that this flight came in from Dublin, as they always do. And I could do some more Aer Lingus routes, really. Can't wait for the transatlantic bits to start up. So, just pushing back from Munich, we have the Lufthansa A320neo. Fingers crossed that won't be too long, as there'll probably be a queue of the Scandinavian and the Swiss back there, which are tackling in. Just kind of on, well, I'm sure the bags will turn up soon. We got the Amazon Prime Air 767. This aircraft is operating, well, arrived in from Cincinnati and will be heading back out to Madrid in about an hour and a half time. So fingers crossed the baggage handlers will pull their finger out and get to the aircraft and get it all serviced. Next up, we have our, well, second EasyJet 321neo, which is also being parked up. Once again, no update on EasyJet and their current state. They do the old positioning circuits, but nothing major yet. Next up, though, we have the Emirates 777-300. Sorry, why the hell did I just say 300? We have the Emirates 777 Freighter. This aircraft has just arrived in from Dubai World Port and will be heading back out there. As you can see, loads of cargo just coming off, and I've finally painted my high loaders. So what do you think of my new upper deck lifters? They kind of the perfect height. Do need to give them a little bit more of a painting, just to kind of roughen them up a bit, make them a bit used. I think it looks really weird because considering they're both 1:400 scale, the higher loaders are a lot wider and a lot longer than the low level loaders, which I find quite weird. I can't thought they'd be the same size, but one just goes higher. But who knows? I need to have some looking at online and see what the pictures say. But I'm glad I finally painted them, finally make use of the upper deck cargo doors. So yeah, that one's just arrived in. And the final aircraft of the update, we have the Sri Lankan A330. This aircraft will be heading down to Colombo. The tug's just released, so it'll probably make an immediate left turn straight onto the runway and straight up in the sky after its 5-minute or its warm-up period, which fingers crossed won't be too long. But yeah, thank you very much for watching the update. I hope you've enjoyed that. Pretty much sums it up. I do hope you enjoyed it, and same old, I can't wait for summer. I really hope there's not really too many restrictions, so all our charter airlines, and I can start running this schedule how it actually should be, because otherwise it's a bit boring, and especially having parked aircraft, because they're there all the time. They're taking up stands which could be open to something else. It just doesn't make airport updates any fun. I am slowly progressing the Australian airport update, or the Australian airport. Every so often I get a little burst of enthusiasm. I'm going to do loads in those little bursts, and then suddenly I'll forget the burst and it will kind of kick back to normal. I hopefully will get it done soon, because that adds a little bit more content to the airport updates coming out on the channel. Also regarding the channel, if you've noticed, I've started trying to do a bit more scheduling. So on a Tuesday, for example, I will upload an unboxing or a model review, etc. Thursdays, I'm going to try upload a real aviation video. So engine starts and all kinds of weird and wonderful bits. and then Sundays I'm dedicating to Flight Simulator and flight kind of PC related flying stuff. So let me know what you think of that kind of schedule, whether you like it, whether you like the other content, or ideally, what can I do better and what can I do to kind of tailor to everyone's needs. So thank you very much for watching the channel. It's been nearly a year back on YouTube, and it's been a nice year to be back. It's given me something to do. But yeah, just let me know what you need. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you dislike and what I can improve on, because a bit of criticism, constructive criticism anyway, can go a long way. So thanks for watching the update. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a very good weekend. Adios and goodbye.